Hi, I'm Scott Nygaard with Peghead Nation, and I'm here with my Bourgeois Country Boy Deluxe, made in 2004. It's built with cocobolo, back and sides, very beautiful tropical hardwood, an Adirondack spruce top, and it has sort of the Country Boy Deluxe, some of those extra fancy things like gold tuners. It's a 1 3/4 inch nut width. A lot of dreadnoughts are 1 11/16. This is 1 3/4, which gives you a little bit more room in your hand here. I first met Dana Bourgeois back in the early 80s. I was on tour in Maine, and something I can't remember exactly what happened to my old Martin that I was touring with, and so I needed some repair work done, and everybody said, "Oh, you got to take it to this guy, Dana Bourgeois," and I think he was 3 or 4 hours from where I was, but he's kind of like the guy to take it to, so I took it up there, and he fixed me right up, and I knew he was definitely a guy who knew what he was talking about when it came to guitars, and we sort of stayed in touch ever since. I played a few of the first guitars that he built with Eric Schoenberg and Martin, that collaboration, and then when he started his own company, I kept seeing and hearing different guitars that he was making. Kept having it in the back of my mind that I wanted him to build me something. And then I was at the 2004 NAMM show in Nashville, and he had this guitar there as part of his little NAMM series. And I played it, and I just sort of said, okay, well, I've got to have a Dana Bourgeois built guitar at this point. It just blew me away. This particular guitar, it was really, what I wanted, and he'd already promised it to a dealer, but I talked to Dana and I said, okay, Dana, you need to make me a guitar. And so we started talking about what I wanted, and he kept taking notes about what we were talking about, and finally he said, so basically what you want is that guitar. And so he was nice enough, and the dealer was nice enough to let it go, and I got to buy it from him there. At the time, I had been mostly playing a 1956 Martin D28. That was my main guitar. It had been for 10, 12 years. I'd been touring and recording with it a lot. But I was looking for a guitar to replace that because I didn't really want to be giving that old Martin to the airlines anymore. I needed a guitar that I could tour with, but that wouldn't really be disappointing. I didn't want to get out on the road and sort of feel like, oh, I wish I had my old guitar, and this definitely filled the bill. And eventually, actually not within too long, about 4 or 5 years later, it had kind of matured, and I'd grown into it enough that when I started recording, I started playing this as well and not bothering to take my old Martin. In fact, I did one record where I brought both of them, and I couldn't really tell the difference very well. So it's a great guitar, very versatile for all of the standard kind of things you would use for a dreadnought, flat picking, great rhythm guitar. It's very well balanced. You can do things like play sort of bigger chords that you wouldn't necessarily think of as playing bluegrass or dreadnought stuff. Very rich sound there. But it also works great for what I mostly do, which is playing fiddle tunes and bluegrass. I'll play a little something here. So it's a great dreadnought guitar. I don't think there's much more to be said about it. It's beautiful woods, great craftsmanship, just all around a great contemporary dreadnought from Bourgeois Guitars.